The true story of the Colossal Slinky incident, as told by Agent 2. Once upon a time, there was twin sisters who also happened to be princesses. Their names were Lulia and Amatista. Lulia loved dresses that looked like rainbows. Amatista loved dresses that looked like violet flowers. They lived together in a magnificent castle in the sky. After some time, the twin princesses met two princes. Princess Lulia married Prince Mason, and Princess Amatista married Prince Doug. Now together, they were the kings and queens of the clouds, and they all lived together in a magnificent castle in the sky. After some more time, the kings and queens of the clouds grew their families, and children were born. Queen Lulia and King Mason had 3 children, a boy named Stugart, another boy named Herkimer, and a small girl, Alice, who stayed small her whole life because she never ate her vegetables. Queen Amatista and King Doug had a baby boy and girl who were twins, and they named the boy Felix and the girl Felicity. The two families all lived together in the magnificent castle in the sky. After even more time, Lulia and Amatista decided it was time for an adventure, so they went to Earth to play dragons. Felix and Felicity also decided it was time for an adventure, so they went to Earth to play Wampus Cat. Stugart, Herkimer, and Alice also decided it was time for their adventure, so they went to Earth to share the rainbows that their mother Lulia loved so much. Stugart, who was mischievous and fun-loving, and Herkimer, who was observant and loved making plans, and Alice, who was very small yet always compassionate towards others, each opened their suitcases to pack for their adventure. The 3 children then found a rainbow hanging in the sky, divided it into 3 equal pieces, and packed each into their suitcases. Now ready to go, the 3 children said goodbye to King Doug and King Mason, who both told the children, "Be safe and have fun," and the 3 children set off for Earth. King Doug and King Mason stayed home at the castle in the sky. They were supposed to be cleaning the kitchen, but instead, King Doug and King Mason went fishing together, played games, and built toys. Once the 3 children arrived on Earth, they were so excited to share rainbows with everyone they met that they quickly opened their suitcases, only to be surprised by the discovery that their rainbows were no longer rainbows. In fact, they had changed into hundreds of rainbow-colored toothbrushes. Herkimer, who was very observant and always eager to make a plan, looked around and saw some other children selling lemonade at their lemonade stand. Stugart, Herkimer, and Alice got to work and made themselves a rainbow toothbrush stand. On the same day that the 3 children opened their rainbow toothbrush stand, an alien from planet Wobble named Willy the Wobble was flying a spaceship and got lost and then landed on Earth next to the children's rainbow toothbrush stand. "Our very first customer," said little Alice happily. Willy the Wobble looked at all the rainbow toothbrushes and became very excited. Willy explained to the 3 children that Planet Wobble had no trees and wondered if they would be interested in trading all the hundreds of rainbow toothbrushes for hundreds of Slinkies. "I can deliver the Slinkies tomorrow," said Willy the Wobble. "You got a deal, mister," said Stugart. Willy the Wobble and Stugart shook hands, and the 3 children helped Willy the Wobble load all the rainbow toothbrushes into his spaceship, and Willy the Wobble headed back to Planet Wobble. One week went by, and the 3 children had not yet received their delivery of Slinkies from Willy the Wobble. Herkimer was very upset. This was not part of the plan at all. On Planet Wobble, Willie was planting toothbrushes in the hopes that palm trees would grow. Suddenly, Willie the Wobble remembered that he was supposed to deliver Slinkies to the three children on Earth. Willie flew his spaceship to Earth, but instead of giving them the Slinkies, he dumped them into the sky from his spaceship. All 100 bajillion of them. It was absolutely terrible. Such chaos. Slinkies in the grass, Slinkies in the oceans, Slinkies in the deserts, Slinkies in the mountains, Slinkies in every city and neighborhood, even Slinkies in children's beds. Even poor small Alice, who never ate her vegetables, was so tiny that she got stuck inside of a Slinky. The owner of a company called the Foundry, and a very nice man indeed named Crispin Llewellyn Chandler, looked out the windows of the foundry and said, "What a mess. I simply will not stand for this." Right away, Crispin stopped all of his workers, and even he helped them to begin building a whole new type of machine. Crispin loved nature, and he did not like messes, so they worked and worked to build machines to clean up this colossal Slinky problem for good. Introducing the Foundry's newest cleanup machine, the Slinky Snorfer. Crispin and all his workers sent Slinky Snorfer machines all over the world to clean everything up. Crispin, the very nice man indeed, personally freed small Alice from being stuck inside a Slinky. What a relief, being freed from that wobbly Slinky. Now that the Slinky Snorfers had cleaned up every last place on Earth, the machines were sent back to the foundry, and Crispin invited Stugert, Herkimer, and little Alice for lunch at the foundry. During lunch, they had a lengthy discussion about the price of tea in China and other world affairs. Suddenly, Crispin had a marvelous idea, and he asked the children, "How would you three like to work for me?" Herkimer asked, "Doing what exactly?" Crispin smiled and said, "Being secret agents, of course." Stugert grabbed Crispin's hand and shook it, saying, "You got a deal, mister." Then Crispin led the three children to the disguise room to pick out uniforms. Stugert and Herkimer picked trench coats and hats. Little Alice looked sad, so Crispin knelt down and asked, "What is the matter?" Little Alice whispered in Crispin's ear. Then Crispin opened a large wardrobe that had a large robot suit just for her to get in and drive and walk around. Crispin also gave her a very large trench coat and a hat. Crispin then gave the children code names. Stugert was now Agent 1, Herkimer was now Agent 2, Alice was now Agent 3.